So here we are. Welcome everybody. See, no more, I don't plan my hair to do this, but it just does when I just pull it up. So welcome everybody. Today is Freya's day. So who is Freya? She's a Norse goddess. Very powerful goddess, actually. She's one of the few that are written about or get any acknowledgement, especially by Odin, because Odin doesn't acknowledge many of the goddesses, right? And in Norse mythology, it's a very masculine energy of the gods, and Odin is the main dude. So, and he has many sons. You know, we know one of them, Thor. So, but Freya is she can be depicted as a little bit of a woman who uh, I think she's portrayed as a prostitute. She's portrayed as one who, is a seducer. But she got Friday. I mean, Friday is her day. And Friday is the day of sort of like it's the end of the week, it's a releasement. She was known as the one to go out and enjoy yourself, go out there and have a pint and embrace, right? So today is Friday. Today's Freya's day, and so today we are going to embrace the energy of Freya and how she brings that beautiful energy in for us so that we can bring forth, some good times and some fun into our life. So I don't know about you, but it is pretty heavy, crazy energies right now. Um, we do have Eris is going to be going retrograde. So it's a very busy weekend ahead astrologically. As I said, it's the critical mass. Things are going to be coming together. We saw, um, if you watch anything about RFK down in the States making a speech, and then they had him removed. But his speech was very, very profound. It was a very profound speech that he made. And it is amazing that you're starting to see divisions within the different parties in the United States. And, you know, part of the energy, going up to the election in 1860 before the Civil War and stuff was the energy was very much there was four political parties. So you never know. There might be a split somewhere there. I mentioned it before that there's going to be more than one party running in the States. So that's going to be interesting. And then we had some news I just got is that a Canadian election, you know, uh, we are witnessing a prime minister. I mean, who is not liked wherever he goes. So we are really witnessing that. And I think he's trying to get things together where he wants to, as he's hanging on for dear life right now to keep things together. And I think a lot is again, that's a lot of bubbling up, a lot of energy that's coming in. I think people are feeling where it's like waiting to see something crazy happen. You're waiting to see, what's going to happen, but things can't change until things pop, until you come to that mass part, and then you're just like, oh, okay, now I can start to do what it is that I need to do. I can start moving a little bit more free, or allowing for whatever needs to be healed to be healed. And this is where, you know, emotional, like the potential intense evening with high emotional energy is coming in, and this is where people are going to be touchy and people are going to be argumentative, and it's like even if you try not to be argumentative with them, they might still want to be argumentative with you. So for me, one of the things that I did this morning, and this is going to be one of the kriyas that we are doing for the first week in my Dharma of Love class. So um, if you haven't joined, there's still plenty of time to join. So the kriya is to relax and release fear. And this Kriya helps you relax. When you are relaxed, you can access your neutral mind, access your situations without fear or other reactive emotions. It is a cleansing and uplifting. So this Kriya that we will be going through for the first week in our Dharma of Love workshop is to allow for these releasements. It works on the kidneys, the livers, the spleen, breaks up deposits in the body, cleanses the blood, removes tension from the neck, and is said uh, to be effective against moodiness and anger. So it is a beautiful Kriya. I did it this morning. There is a little bit that you can do a lot of modifications within it, which is great. But it is getting this, you're moving the spine, you're allowing for that rhythmic move to come in. There's breath work in this too. So a lot of the breath work is cleansing and clearing. So when you're doing different breath work, it cleanses and clears the palate and releases any toxins that are there. So that is one of the Kriyas, the first Kriya that we are going to be going through in our Kundalini yoga. Kundalini yoga with our Dharma of Love workshop, because Venus is going retrograde. And with Venus going retrograde, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come up for people. A lot of people from the past. So it could be past lovers, past boyfriends, girlfriends. It could be friends that just sort of reappear in your life. But you're going to find that there is going to be some triggering within that. It's not going to be sustainable, because anything that happens during Venus retrograde is not really sustainable. Usually find where people are getting married or starting a relationship, it by the time Venus goes forward and problems start to evolve, because the things start to arise from that. So we have also with Eris station and going retrograde today, and the sun opposes Pluto just shy. So the sun is coming in to oppose it. This is bringing in even more emotional energy. This is seeding, especially with a Pluto square Eris. So the transit tonight amplifies the energy that was seeded during the new moon that was in Cancer. So from tonight, we have the sun triggering Pluto and the nodes. And then we have, and it hits the nodes 3 times. So we got to pay attention to what is coming up for you personally and also collectively in terms of what is in the news. So looking at what is coming up, in the world around us, what is the energy set that are coming in. And I know many of you say, well, I don't watch the news, but you hear, what's going on. So it's not like you don't know. So some of the things that are coming up are things where censorship of speech. So a lot of information about censorship of speech coming up, using anti-Semitic or information, like calling people anti-Semitic. So we're finding that's being used a lot. We're finding information coming up here in Canada because we have where the rumbling of an election, and what does that election mean? What is it, as we go forward? I don't, for me, I don't trust any of them. They all have something good to say, or they seem to always want to say something good, or it seems good, but they're all on the same agenda in some way. They're all on the same platform, right? They may just come in because they want to get their election. Other things that are coming in is information that's coming up about gene therapy. And uh, scientists and those that were part of Pfizer are coming in and stating that that what they did with what happened in 2020 and what was promoted in 2021 with the elixir was a gene therapy. So information about that is coming up. So we have all of this, and this is 72% of the globe went into this gene therapy. So there's there's a lot of energy that's coming in, and this is amplifying, this is coming forth. And with the sun triggering the Pluto nodes, we're going to find a turning point for evolution. The growth and releasing of karma is coming in. It is up to us the right path forward rather than staying stuck in karmic patterns of the past. This is really having us to release it. That's why I loved that Kriya this morning, that in doing it, because it really it really changes how the brain works. Like my brain, I feel like very clear, I feel very calm. But you're going to find that when you are calm and you're feeling very clear, people are going to try and poke the bear. People are going to try and throw you off because they don't want you to be clear. They don't want you to be calm. They want you to come into the fight. They want you to be that argumentative and come back. So this is where you really have to pay attention to this. And with Venus stationing to go retrograde on Mary Magdalene's feast day, and Mary Magdalene was considered a prostitute, but for years, but for information is being revealed more and more, and that she was more of an equal to that of Jesus. Her partnership with Jesus, her bloodline of children. Does this sound like heresy? Maybe, but there's a lot that is backing it up, and it's not just woohoo. I mean, we had the Pope in 2016 give her a feast day. Not saying that the Pope is the be all, of anything, but it is that he decreed it. There's a lifting of the illusion, right? It's starting to be lifted by her public, elevation. So they're lifting her up to a status. So there's a lot of beautiful books that are out there. One is Rituals in Sacred Stone, Mary Magdalene's Messages of Empowerment. Very beautiful book. And there's some beautiful oracle cards. For those who love to use the oracle cards, there are some really nice oracle cards that you can start to look at if you want to start utilizing. One of the beautiful things that I bought a candle for this journey, and as she is in starts her retrograde, to be lighting a candle every day and having that candle lit when I am home. So bringing that energy in and dedicating that candle to Mary Magdalene and to Venus as she goes on this journey, and feeling that descent and in coming deeply and tied with Magdalene, uh, similar to the new moon. So this is a very transpersonal descent of the goddess, with Venus in Leo, squaring Uranus, quincunxing Neptune, and trining Eris. So she's also in trines to Chiron. So particularly at the midpoint. So this is bringing in the feeling that this journey is somewhat very powerful medicine of reclaiming, reconnecting to that feminine energy that we all can tap into. So this is bringing in such powerful, powerful energy for us. We also have, with the archetype of Aries, the sacred warrior, the protector, the defender, the truth, innocent, and purity, the feminine children, all of life. So Aries is the Templar Knight. He's coming in to bring in this protection. So this is what we're going to be seeing, is that this energy, especially with the nodes being in Aries, is a energy of protection. The one thing about the Templars were that to take you on the journey back to the Holy Land. That was part of their job, is to bring you to the Holy Land, and you would pay them alms, and that's how they got very rich and powerful during their time, and got a little bit too powerful, because we all know that the Pope didn't like that, neither did the kings. So we have this energy that's coming forth because they don't want it. Now, who are the kings and queens of this day who are quite powerful, who don't want this uplifted? And some of them may not be so-called kings and queens, but the people who are, claiming their power, or wanting, the elitists having that power, and they're wanting to claim that power, and they're wanting to keep it. But the energy of this night coming forth, this energy of saying, we are here to protect. We're coming in as the protector of of life. We are coming in to be the protector that brings in, where we want to protect our children, we want to protect our women, we want to protect our sacred way of living. And you're hearing that not only with JFK's speech that he did the other day, but we're also hearing it with a country singer that came out, and I mentioned it, who was coming up, that can't happen in my town or something. But he came out singing it like, this is like showing we have respect in our town. We have respect for those who live here. You can't just come in and diss us. You can't just come in here and think that you can do whatever you want. There is a respect. And we're seeing that also within the Muslim community of standing up and saying, these are my children. You don't have a right over my children. And it's not only within the Muslim community, you're starting to see it within the Christianity communities, that we are here to protect. We are the protectors of our children, not you, not the state, not the not the powers that be. So this energy of Aries coming in, especially of the energies of the Templar energy, is that of bringing in protection, wanting to come in and protect. And we all have that energy within us because we all have Aries in our chart. And it's very interesting to see where Aries lies in your chart. What house is that in, and what is that rulership of that house that Aries is in for you. So that would be a very interesting thing for you to do. You can go to Cafe Astrology or astro.com and take a look and put in your information to look up your own chart. Or hey, I got a sale and it ends on Sunday. So we can go through your chart and see where Aries is, see where that is within your chart, and give you more of an understanding of a lot of the energies that are coming in, and the Leo energy, right? Where's Leo in your chart? And where's the fifth house, and who's in the fifth house? For me, it's Scorpio. Scorpio's in the fifth house. The ruler of the fifth house is Leo. So this is coming into this energy to bring forth a newness, a renewal. And we have a lot to do with working with the sacred, the divine feminine energy, and the shadow work that comes in with all of this as well. So as I say, this is a very powerful week. This is a very powerful energy that's coming forth that we are all going through, and we are seeing this critical mass coming in. So take a look. What is coming up in your life? What are the things that are prevalent within your world at this time, and what's happening on the news? You may not be a news watcher, but having awareness of what is happening within the energies around you is going to show you what else is going on in the world. So there you go. So I'm going to pull a couple cards for you all today, and just to take a deeper look on this energies. I feel like there's an excitement with this energy, but I also feel there's a lot of rumbling, like anxiety's been running high for a lot of people for the past few weeks, and it just seems to be getting more powerful with this all. So let's take a look. So 7 of Ariels. So it's the 7 of Earth. So this is where we have to look at where are our energies, right? So this is where we have to have patience and wait for the harvest. This is where the 7 of Ariels comes in. It's the 7 of Earth. It's like, okay, we're going to stand firm. We've made plans. What is our next endeavor? We're standing with our power. We're standing there. We've gone through a lot, but we have the power to continue on. We have the power to endure. And knowing that as things are, especially are crazy, things are happening right now, and things I feel are coming to this energy that we can go through, like we are going to be going through this mass critical change. And this is going to allow us to be able to see things more clearly and more prevalent within our life. And in comes the page of airs. So he has messages are coming in. That's what the page does. And it's a sword. So it's coming in direct. It's coming in fast, right? And it's exciting. There's new challenges that are going to be coming in. There's going to be review, contracts, documents, and things like that we need to look at, because we are moving forward. So there might be something coming across your table that has you to really look at what do I need to be doing with this? Is there a contract that I need to review here, or is there something else that I need to look at in more detail? And with that comes the Empress, because as we do that brings in the abundance. The Empress comes in, she brings in this action plan, the creativity. She's saying to us, okay, we have things that we have to do. We have a plan that we're going to do. We might have to check things out, but we're going to take some action in this. We're going to make a plan because we're going to create that abundance. We're going to create that that the resources that we need. So we really need to look at what are those things that we need to stock up on, store up on, that both mundanely but also physically, right? And bringing that in. And then we have the two of Raphael. So the two of waters, the two of cups come in, and that's bringing in to say not to give up. There's a kindred spirit. There's there's energy that is around you that is going to help you to be able to create this. So there are people that are around you, and these are people that have come together before this Venus retrograde. They're not people that come in. They're people that you have had a long-standing relationship with, that is that there's a security there, right? So it's not somebody who's just popped up a week ago and slipped into your DMs, right? So there is something, there's some energy that's even that has the power of something or someone being there that has been with you for a long time. So there you go. Have a blessed one. If you are wanting to, the sale ends, so 2 1-hour readings for $150, or you can join me on the Dharma of Love and bring forth that beautiful energy, and we can create this energy so that we can step into, as I said, so we can release and relax. And we're going to relax and release the fear that needs to be released at this time. So we're going to be going through the different kriyas to do that. And it's amazing just doing it once, how that just changes your mind and changes your focus. All right. So have a blessed one. May the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you. Have a great Friday. Enjoy. It's Freya's day. Enjoy the energies of Freya. Allow her to guide you along with Venus and Mary Magdalene. So we got all this divine feminine goddess coming through energy. So have a blessed one, and we will talk to you all tomorrow.